Oh, it's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network, and this is the Heaven Hollywood Report, and let's get into it. Azealia Banks drags Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion. Also, mentions Doja Cat, but doesn't really drag Doja Cat, but drags Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion, and I'm gonna tell you why. First, let's get into what was said. Someone tweeted, kind of weird that Azealia Banks could have been a contemporary of Nicki Minaj or Megan Thee Stallion, but instead just decided to be totally unhinged. Azealia replied, would much rather be SSRI free and unhinged than fat and tolerable with a Percocet addiction. Barbs keep forgetting Nicki is blacklisted for mocking the Vatican on live broadcast TV. Ken Ehrlich canceled her long time ago. Azealia Banks has an effed up sense of humor, but no history of opioid abuse and no history of caping for snitches and pedophiles. Azealia Banks is a expedition, exponentially, exponentially, sorry guys, more redeemable than Nicki Minaj. I would never be Megan Thee Stallion because I would never lie about getting shot in the foot to gain public sympathy and capitalize on the protect black women narrative conveniently when Breonna Taylor's ultimately demise is national news, just to then release a horrible album. Meg got some joints that I like, but she has zero diversity. I said that. I am a human and an artist. I'm not a commodity. Wow. She then goes on to say, the Bobs really don't understand the type of blacklisting that comes from making fun of the Vatican, the Pope, honey. That's a different kind of canceled. Your fave got demoted from international pop phenomenon to ghetto rap B instantly. She's relying on Doja and Meg's TikTok success and the kindness of their hearts to allow her to piggyback off of their relevancy. Then turns around and disses them and says some shady S in a live about TikTok, when if it wasn't for Doja or Meg, absolutely no one would give a flying F about Nicki Minaj and that boring ass Percocet music in 2021. Bobs, please humble yourselves. She then goes on to say, what was the last? She said one more thing. Man, this is too much. Um, I believe there was one more thing that she said. Basically, again, Nicki, has an opioid addiction, and Meg Thee Stallion pretty much used the protect black women and the Breonna Taylor incident to capitalize off it. Um, wow, those are some strong words. Strong words from Azealia Banks. Here's the last thing she said. Never glorified America's opioid crisis. And am smart enough to know not to F with the Vatican. I didn't perform on Saturday Night Live with bullet holes through broken glass on a LED screen, on an LED screen, invoking very graphic imagery of a black woman's demise to capitalize on it when my drunk night out at Kylie Jenner's house gone wrong is not even comparable to the tragedy of a black woman literally being shot by police while she was asleep in her bed. Azealia Banks is the least problematic, the most talented, has the most integrity, and all you can kiss my A with this BS. So Azealia looks like she is on one tonight, and let me tell you why this is taking place. Azealia Banks is very mad at the industry because she had a mental health issue in the middle of her contract. Okay? And because she spoke out against, the industry taking advantage of people with mental health issues, she was pretty much canceled from that. And she wants to bring up all of the things that, according to her, these other female rappers are doing. And instead of being canceled for them doing way more horrible things than she's doing, in her opinion, they're getting praise for it and accolades for it. Here's where I disagree with Azealia Banks. Nicki Minaj did not get internationally canceled because she made fun of the Vatican. She got canceled. That messed her up as far as the Grammy committee goes. But everybody in the industry knows, Azealia, that it was because Nicki Minaj called one of the golden children, Miley Cyrus, a "Yo Miley, this bead talking about me in this magazine, Yo Miley, was good," on national TV. So yeah, you was part right church, wrong pew. Yes, she did do something on national TV, but making fun of the Vatican only caused her problems with the committee. That is not the reason why she was blacklisted throughout the industry and went from an international pop star to just a black female rapper. So you were wrong as far as that goes. As far as Nicki Minaj's Percocet addiction and opioid addiction and the other, that's really not for Azealia Banks to be speaking on. I don't think it's right that she speaks on those things. She made a point about Nicki taking advantage of the TikTok era, and she basically saying, when she says that she's riding Dojacat and Megantheestallion, what she is referring to is when Nicki was kind of away and not really out there. Nicki came back, and her and Megan got on a record together when Megan was first getting hot. They got on Hot Girl Summer, but that didn't go to number one. So I don't see how she used Megan, unless you mean that she just used her for relevancy. And she did get the number one record with Dojacat. So she's probably referring to Doja Cat's Say So remix that went number one with Nicki on it. Azealia Banks knows that these records are coming out. She knows that a lot of things are happening on Friday. And she wants to be the topic of conversation. There's only 2 days left until music comes out with all of the women that she mentioned. Remember that. Nicki Minaj is supposed to be on a record with Polo G. Doja Cat is supposed to be releasing music. And Megan's releasing music. So, Azealia Banks is trying to stir the pot and get her name in the mix because she knows on Friday things are happening. Now, I would not be shocked if Azealia Banks releases her own little diss record. Now, Azealia Banks is one of those artists she's kind of like Joe Budden, in my opinion. She's very talented, and people never really gave her props. But that's because she can't get out of her own way. Kind of like Joe couldn't get out of his own way in the industry. Azealia can't get out of her own way. That's the reason why people never take her seriously, because she's going on these Kanye West rants, but she don't have Kanye West clout. So, as far as the thing about using TikTok or what have you, listen, Nicki hasn't really profited off of TikTok, so I'm not sure what she meant by that. Nicki hasn't really had that big TikTok hit. She did recently come out and say, follow her on TikTok, so we'll see what's coming up. But Azealia Banks, maybe it's time that some of these ladies get together and throw some bars at Azealia Banks, because Azealia Banks is spitting everything but bars. So we'll see what happens as far as that goes. Azealia Banks is on one tonight. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is the reason why she did it, y'all. Shocked if Atlantic signs Azealia Banks. You heard it here first. Don't be shocked.